In fact, I tried to contact you. You didn't call me back. You didn't talk to us then. Why?
Don't take it personally.
And why are you talking to me now?
Well, I'm in office now, and I owe that to you as a member of the media.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The newly elected auditor of Mason County is critical of media coverage.
You can't believe everything you read about me in the newspaper.
Just as much of the news coverage has been critical of him.
Are you an election denier? Is that fair?
I don't even know what people mean by that. A term that's intended to be derogatory or demeaning.
Did President Trump win the election? Because I think you're an election denier if you believe that Trump won the popular vote, let's say. Are you in that category?
Chris, I'm focused on what's happening here in Mason County. People can make their own conclusions.
Why did the voters choose you?
The elections belong to the people, and I wanted to do my part in terms of transparency and integrity.
Steve Dunkel, a Republican newcomer, won November's auditor's race by 360 votes over Patty McGuire, a Democrat with 2 decades of elections experience.
I really don't have aspirations for politics per se.
Dunkel is a 61-year-old Boeing retiree. His retirement plans took a sharp turn in the months after President Trump's defeat in 2020.
Your registration databases are where you're getting hacked. That's where you're losing your elections.
Dunkel was inspired at this election integrity hearing in Skagit County in 2021. Keynote speaker Douglas Frank claimed that his calculations prove Democrats stole the election. His science and conclusions have been roundly discredited by experts, but not by Steve Dunkel.
I thought the presentations were well done. I thought they were compelling.
So, Dunkel founded the Mason County Voter Research Project. Armed with voter registration records, citizen volunteers went door to door to test the accuracy of the voter rolls and uncover irregularities or even fraud in the state's vote-by-mail system. Their final report said they uncovered 239 voter anomalies in Mason County.
You have my report.
Yeah. I go to this page that shows some vacant lots. I mean, your crew just went to the wrong address. They went to the wrong street.
And so that can happen. So remember, the canvassing volunteers for the Voter Research Project, they're not trained investigators.
Our fraud crusade reports last year showed Dunkel's team visited the wrong addresses and incorrectly claimed that voters illegally registered at vacant lots instead of home addresses.
They need to do more research, and it really didn't seem that difficult to find us.
We retraced their steps and uncovered numerous errors in Mason and 2 other counties where similar citizen reports were filed with elections offices. We didn't find a single instance of fraud that had not already been detected by county elections workers.
Well, that wasn't the purpose of the report. And so you're right. The report didn't point out specific instances of fraud. The report brought up some questions that needed some follow-up.
But you're sowing doubt and fear in the minds of those people who are maybe trying to genuinely understand whether our elections are full and fair.
I think I'm trying to just provide people with information so they can draw their own conclusions. I'm not a fearmonger.
Dunkel has reached this conclusion about the elections office that he now leads in Mason County.
The people who work in this elections office do an amazing job, and their hearts and heads are absolutely in making sure that everything is done properly. There's a lot of questions out there about our voting machines.
But Dunkel campaigned on election integrity reforms, and he's pushing ahead.
They're actually making pretty good progress today, Jen.
Construction is underway to make more room for citizen observers beyond the live cameras and glass wall that already allow visitors to view ballot counting. Dunkel is arranging for citizen teams to monitor ballot manufacturing at the printer and sorting and mailing operations at the U.S. Post Office.
Where I have concerns is the points where we lose what I call chain of custody of the ballot.
And he'll support citizen canvassing teams that go door to door to check voter registration.
Now that I'm in this office, I want to work with our local voter research project team.
All this to fix a problem, election security, when there is no evidence that problem exists in Mason County.
Just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean that the potential for problems isn't there.
Dunkel hopes to have at least some of his new security measures in place by the next election. In Mason County, Chris Ingalls, King 5 News.